Hi there. This is how far we were before, and so I've taken and put a line down here to make some pants on him, or a gnome. And then I made 2 black balls, and I have started to attach them to the gnome for boots. And next, I'll show you what I do here. I turn it over and I put it right on the edge like that, and then I come in from the bottom. Okay, pull that off. So now, this is, make a little bit more of a defined line here as we go down. Okay, so now we've got 2 legs that are more defined. Now I'm going to take a little bit of this, not a lot because I don't want a whole lot showing, but I do want to have a little bit more of a boot look on here. And also I'm going to go and roll this like this, and then once I have it rolled, I'm going to needle felt that, and I'm going to add it on for a belt and give that a little definition, and pull his shirt out a little bit like that, and then we will be all set. Kind of doing it lightly along the edge there. And I just pull this back in like that. Pull it off and take that off of there. And then I'll just do the same back here, but I'm not going to show that in the video. But basically I'm just adding whatever felt I need on here, and then I'll define it in the back right here, and then just make the back of the boot. Okay, take him off of there. And this, I'm going to use this bigger one. This is, I'm just going to come across here a few times. Up. And come on here, and I want this to be a little bit more defined so that his shirt sticks out just a little bit at the bottom, because I think that will look a little nicer. I'll put a line in there before I attach the belt, and I'm just laying it on there, and again I will fix the back. You can make it longer and stick it on the back if you want. I just usually go back in and fix things as I'm going along. But I just want to attach that super light. I don't want it to be I don't want any red to come up through it. And so I'm just doing a real super light felting on there. And I'll do a little bit more definition at the sides. There we go. And then I'm going to pull a little bit of gold, and let's make that into a line as well. And we'll just give that a quick felting. Okay, so now I'm going to try to shape that into a somewhat of a square. I'm just kind of moving my needle around as I'm shaping it. And so see, that's good enough. I don't know if you can see too well, but just a little square. Let's do that. Put it on there for his buckle. And yeah, I'm just gonna felt that on pretty simply. And because I'm getting those holes, I don't really want a bunch of holes. So I will be going back and detailing certain areas, but I just want to show you how this is done and coming together. And then I will also, one thing I do is I'll go through and these little whites that are showing through, just pull those all off and make sure that all of the colors are felted down. So that's easy. That looks pretty good. There we go. All right. Okay. See, I was ripping it all apart. I really like to have I'm wanting him to have a pretty fluffy beard. And so, thinking this is what I'm going to go with here. So I made a little bit so that it can come up and around. And that looks huge, but by the time you do some felting on it, it isn't. Let's see how fast this goes. Now I'm just going to come in here like this, I'm just going to pull little pieces up in here, but I don't want to felt this all. I want it to be kind of wispy. Let's pull this off, and now let's take a look at how this would be. It's a little bit too big, so there we go. Let's get this here. Come down like that. Okay, and then we can come right around with his beard and attach it in the back. Okay. Now we put the nose on here. Let's see if we can get it on here nicely. And I don't want it to go down too far, so I'm just holding it. And up in this part I can attach it much better, because that won't be showing. There we go. Okay. So now I need to make a hat for him. And I have decided on blue. So I'm just gonna get this sort of flat looking. And okay. All right. Now do that. And we're going to kind of come together here. So I just fold it over, and then I'm going to come in and make a line to attach these two together. And come on the back and do the same thing. It does make a line back there, but honestly you can kind of fix that. So undo this, and then I'm just going to real lightly go in there. Pat that line down so it isn't so obvious. And then, oops, I'm going to come in with my finger and make sure that his hat is all okay. All right. So now his hat goes on. So I've done a bit more work on him, and one of the things that I decided was I didn't like that beard coming down over to the side, so I've got him like this now. I just folded that up and put it right in. And then I also was thinking that he looked kind of funny without any arms. Even though So this is the gnome the lady gnome that I made, and this is over, I will link this up in the comments below, but she doesn't have any arms, but she has these braids hanging down, so it gives her a little bit more dimension, and I just don't like the way he looks without any arms. So I'm going to make 2 quick arms for him, and see if I can find a little bit of wool for some hands. There we go. This is just going to be quick, and one thing to keep in mind when you're making these is just, you know, take a look at what you think as you're going along, because I definitely, when I'm creating, make a lot of changes as I'm going, and what I had in my mind to start with may not always be what I end up with. I got a bunch of extra stuff here, so I'm going to get rid of that. And then that's probably just about fine. Arm. And we can just attach those on the side here, and at the top. Okay, he is complete. Just need a little item for him. I think I will make a little bunny. This is going to be super simple. Let's see here. Need some more. You probably think I have my video sped up when I'm doing this, but I actually just go this fast because this is just simple to do. You know, the only thing you want to do, of course, is watch out for your fingers. So now we want to make it into a little shape a little bit more. A little more even. grab a cottontail. And then we need a head. Yes, that hurt. Okay. Two pieces like this. I'm going to fold them in half like that. Do the same thing again. I have a tiny bit of pink. It's really just something I want to do a hint of, so I probably only need this much for both of them. And just going to pop these on here. Okay. And then I want just a tiny little pink nose. That is going right down into my, sorry about that. This is probably the most felted thing. I don't felt super tight sometimes, so it's because I like the look of it being a little bit more natural. But I do to get this on there. So I'll take that and add that right in here. Now I will go through and make sure everything is perfectly attached, and now I'm just going to add 2 itsy bitsy black dots for the eyes. And there's another one. Let's get that over here. Alright, it's a little bunny. And he needs a little bit of work yet, for sure. But I just have to, just fix his face a little bit, attach that ear a little bit better. And then we get a little bunny that can go right with my little gnome. So that's about it. This isn't hard. It's a little tedious, and that's one of the reasons that I really enjoy needle felting, because it's full of small details, and it's just really fun to do. I really enjoy it. It's relaxing. Again, this is not something that is for little kids because of the needles, but if you have an older child and supervise, and or you like to do it yourself, it's a fun gnome project to make. Please visit brainpowerboy.com for more craft projects. Thanks.